All right. All right, can you guys hear me? All right, is everybody hearing me okay? See that there's two people here. Pretty sure. Okay. Well, welcome to the Saturday live stream, guys. I'm just going through right now, just organizing a bunch of pieces. Now, this live stream really isn't anything that's going to be like super high energy. It really is just meant to get together with you guys, hang out, answer your questions live right in front of you, and just hang out while I build this stuff. It makes it feel a lot less alone, I guess, during this stuff. So for the people who are in here, go ahead in the chat, just say hi. All right, introduce yourself. Let's just have a good time. All right, let me know if you can hear me. Evening from the UK. All right, Cantina Rebels, good to have you here. Can you hear me okay? I just want to make sure. Awesome. Sounds good, man. Well, yeah, no, as I was saying, I'm not sure if you were here when I was saying it. It went from 2 down to 1, so I'm not sure if you were one of the ones, but no, this live stream here is really, it's not anything like super high energy. Like, obviously I bring my own energy to it, but nothing that's going to be like super exciting necessarily, but just hanging out, having a good time, going through the build with you guys. So I'm not doing it alone, and you guys are actually part of the build itself then as well. So for those of you who just joined in, say hi, introduce yourself, and yeah, but let's just start getting into it. Let's just hang out, build some droid, and yeah, as you can see, the Super Battle Droid is just towering behind me right now. Oh man, I love this thing to death. It's so cool. And if you guys enjoy the content too, don't forget to drop a like as well. It'll actually push it to more people than that way. And yeah, we can go from there. But I'm just unloading all the parts for the arms. So whether it be the boomstick or just the regular arm, we're just unloading all that kind of stuff from this box right now. So remind me, Cantina Rebels, what time is it for you there? There's the other eye. Woo-hoo. All right, finding more and more stuff. Okay. 20:02. So that'd be what, 8? Yeah, 8 p.m. Okay. Oh, look at me. I was able to do that math in my head. Oh, man. For those of you who are here and don't know, I would highly recommend checking out Cantina Rebels channel. A lot of really good content there, just good Star Wars lore content overall. And then, yeah, awesome reviews of collectibles and stuff too. So a lot of fun. Steve's a really awesome guy. So let's see here. Okay. Now this is where I cannot find my furniture bolts to save my life right now. So this is where it's going to be a little bit frustrating for me. But I know we've got like these shoulder pieces here, and they honestly, it's really kind of crazy how this all lines up. All the holes in there line up perfectly. You can see it there. They don't. There they do. This is, I mean, the Droideka itself was a technical droid, don't get me wrong, but that one was just a behemoth of droids. So tons of parts I had to work with and put together and keep track of. This, like, somebody commented on yesterday's video saying that this is going a lot faster than the Droideka did, and it absolutely is. But it's also a lot less droid than the Droideka. That's not to say that it's not big or intimidating. This is the part I've kind of been dreading from an assembly standpoint, because it's just so technical on these shoulder pieces to hold the arms in place, but also be posable at the same time. I have not dove into it like head on yet, and I know I just need to do that, but it's very intimidating. So join me while I be intimidated and have I don't know if we want to call it fun doing it, but with you guys, it is fun. So, all right, let's see here. Droid Division's instructions are absolutely phenomenal, though. So I love the PDF files that come with them. So it makes it a lot better. Inner and outer plates bolt together with 45 millimeter. Okay, yeah, and that's where I can't find my dang furniture bolts anywhere. So that's going to have to wait right now. Let's see here. The shoulder to chest. Bolt. Okay, glue the ring to the outer plate. That's something I'm not 100% sure what I'm looking at. So, if I'm correct, this is going to go into the shoulder here. Yeah. Do a bit of a dry fit here. God dang it, that's just insane. Do any of you guys in chat actually design anything 3D wise? Cantina Rebels, I know you and I have talked quite a bit, and you don't do any designing that I'm aware of anyway, but anybody else in chat that has? I suck at designing things. I've given it a shot a couple times, and it's just a big learning curve for me. I probably will sit down at some point and just figure it out for myself, but until then, I am absolute garbage at all that. All right, what am I missing here? Got these pins here, which I already know where these go just by looking at it. Okay, that lines up. Is the chat just not working? All right, now I need to okay, all right. So you are proficient at that kind of stuff. Maybe just not as proficient as you need to be to design your own droid. I have to call my wife because I cannot find my furniture bolts anywhere. So real quick, I'm going to give her a call. All right, well, she's not answering, so I guess we're just going to make sure I have all the parts here at least. Oh, nice. See, I can't even do that. Okay. So we got this one. Okay, all right, so we're gonna have to punch out some supports here. That's fun. Tools. Every now and again, so I made a mistake supports-wise on this piece, obviously. I don't know if you can hear that in the microphone, but these two holes here, so this one and this one, are actually, it's hollow in between them, or at least it is a little bit. And supports went into that cross hole. So it's a real pain getting supports out. And I would rather not have a raggedy piece on my droid if I can avoid it. The joy of support removal. There we go. I got it. Sorry for the headphone users. So what's everybody's plan for the weekend? I know it's Saturday. Weekend is one day over for Cantina Rebels in the UK, but what's everybody else's plan for the rest of the weekend? Well, Cantina Rebels, what's your plan for the weekend too? There we go. Still got a little bit of rattle. Ow. It really is. Like I said, it's not nearly as big as the Droideka, or at least it's a lot less droid than the Droideka was. But so when you start putting this stuff together in person, nothing prepares you for how big it actually is. And yeah, I mean, you might talk to some people and be like, "Oh, I wish I would have done a smaller one first and then worked my way up to the Droideka," and so on and so forth, just so it was, had the presence and everything. And honestly, I'm one of them where I go into it not really expecting much of anything, and excuse me, I go into it not really expecting much of anything, and I just get surprised every time. I absolutely love it. Nice. What kind of content is it for this weekend, Cantina? Okay, I see now. Oh, okay, cool. God dang it, I've got so much posability. Okay. How long did it take me to print? Okay, so not nearly as long as the Droideka. So the Droideka, for instance, if you're a follower since then, thank you very much and welcome now if you haven't been. So as far as printing the Droideka itself, it was 2,000 print hours between two X1 carbons. So it was 24/7 for about a month and a half straight, if I remember right. This one was maybe 2 weeks of 24/7 printing. I have not done the math to see how many hours that is. I know earlier I was able to do some math for time, but normally I'm not a good math person in my head, at least. So I was always one of those kids in school that could do the math problems if I had to work it out on like paper, or I knew what to do to solve something, but I could never solve it in my head. So, but no, that's an awesome question. One that I actually surprisingly have not gotten a lot on this build at all. But no, thank you very much, M Larson. Okay, M Larson 03. So yeah, no, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for putting in. Let's see here. One-to-one Jawa. Is there files out there for a Jawa? Oh, that's right. You're blaming your lack of pit droid content so far on me because I told you should get that foot sander. Which, speaking of which, I've got my foot sander right here. So this little thing, I actually burned one up, believe it or not. So it can handle a lot, but the first one that I had, I pushed it way past its limit. I can't even, it's not the sander's fault at all. That's 100% my fault. I was going way too hard. Droidica has a lot of surface area. I was using the sander for stuff it was not designed. I mean, none of this is what it's designed for, but it handles it really well. But yeah, no, like the thing got hot in my hand. I was using it for like a couple hours straight at least. And yeah, I burned one up. It just stopped and wouldn't go anymore. So ordered another one. Nice and cheap. Like I think here in the US anyway, they're like $20. So not bad at all. 8 weeks to print your R2-D2 on P1S. Is that Mr. Baddeley's files then? I've been looking into an R2-D2 myself to print one of those, or a couple actually. I've got a good buddy of mine that doesn't, well, he has access to 3D printers, but doesn't have some himself. And he's always wanted one ever since he was a little kid, watching episode 4 and everything. And contacted me the other day. He's like, hey, I got an idea for some content for you if you want. So yeah, I've got some stuff in the works for even after this is done. And not gonna lie, guys, my goal right now is to have social media. So YouTube, I'm really focusing on YouTube quite a bit around my full-time job, obviously. But I'm really wanting to make this a full-time thing within the next year. So that's my goal. I do have a new giveaway as well. I'll announce that. Like everybody already knows what it is. I've just been trying to think of how to structure it. Just because I've grown a lot since my first giveaway, I need to figure out how to structure it. Whether I do it something that's like tied to my merch, which merch I'll put. I think I've got it in the description of this video. Actually, if you want to go out, it is US only, unfortunately, just because I don't have a way of setting it up for shipping overseas. But no, if you want to go check out some merch, absolutely recommend that. I've got some really cool Droid Smith ones since the Droidica is done. But otherwise, I ramble way too much, and I lost my train of thought. So I apologize. Hey. First step is admitting it, right? But okay, yeah. So Mr. Battle, yeah, those files are, from what I hear, they're just absolutely phenomenal. A lot like Droid Division for all the other type of droids. So no, awesome stuff. So let's see. So your P1S, did you do a Mark IV R2 unit then? Let's see. Okay, that. This is one of those times where something looks bigger on the image than it does in person. So I just had to look at that for a second. Okay, so that's going to go together like that. We could probably actually glue that here in just a second. Insert elbow lollipop.
Lollipop, lollipop, oh la 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 la.
Probably shouldn't sing that. I'm going to get copyright strike. Okay. All right. See, I'm not 100% up to date on everything with Baddeley. I started researching it when Mark III was the new thing, and I knew that Mark IV was at least coming. I wasn't sure if it was released yet or not. I found his Patreon, and I'm going to be subscribing to it when it comes time to actually print the droid. But yeah, I just haven't yet, and I haven't quite had the funds to make that happen yet either. So when it comes to just asking for some future tips on the R2 unit, what did you do for the dome? I know a lot of people do the rub and buff stuff, which, I mean, I'm obviously a huge fan of the rub and buff since I discovered that. But But no, what would you do for the dome on yours? All right, so we've got 5 people in the stream now. Wow, that's actually more than I was expecting. So welcome. If you haven't yet, say hi in the chat. I really want to hear from all of you, see what you guys are doing for the weekend. Just, again, this stream is really just to have a good time while I build the droid and just have conversation, you know, because it's a way that you guys are involved in this build as well. It's not just me building and documenting it. This really is for all of us. I'm going to go grab my glue from the table back there and, okay, just gray auto paint. Okay. Are you happy with that, or are you wanting more of a shine at some point? Just curious. There's nothing wrong either way. I just like getting to know what people are thinking. My young Padawan. God dang it, I always do that. My young Padawan, during filming of the last video, he scattered a bunch of small blaster parts everywhere. And I think I have them all accounted for. It's just they're all strewn out and about. Oh, we're up to 6. Wow. Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Regal Rebel Workshop, just having a good time assembling droid parts. If you haven't yet, please say hi in the chat section and drop a like if you like the stream. It just allows me to keep doing this kind of stuff and spreads it around too. And we're down to 3. People didn't like my energy. Come on, guys. I'm just kidding. Especially in the beginning, you can't go in expecting the world by any means. Life isn't fun if you go in expecting the world right away from things, right? Oh, back up to 4. Drop a like if you haven't already. Okay, so blaster arm is begun. Pretty awesome. I should probably start a time lapse. What do you think? Oh, I believe it. Yeah, no, like, yeah, like I said, I don't mind either way, especially when it's somebody else's build. I mean, who am I to judge on stuff? I know for me in particular, I would be searching all over the place to see how I could get as good of a shine as I possibly could without it being chrome, right? To get that aluminum shine. And yeah, I mean, I would be the type to just go all out with the rub and buff on the entire thing. Actually, I'm sourcing out some like polishing pads for my Dremel as well. Not like the ones that come with the Dremel, the more like direct rotary style. And believe it or not, they're actually kind of hard to find, but I sourced some out. I have not bought them yet, but I'm going to be doing that. And I want to try that with rub and buff once and see if I can almost go at it like polishing compound on paint or something and just spread that around. I just want to see how it works once. I want to experiment. And that's what this is all about, right? It's not about going into it knowing everything. It's about going into it and learning things and just trying new things, because you never know what's going to work until you try it. So I don't care if you've seen somebody else try it or not. Give it a shot on your own and just see how it goes. That's what it's all about, and that's the fun of it. So if you take it too seriously, you're not going to have any fun. All right, so We've got the forearm done there. Now we're at the bicep. All right, so let's see here. We got this bicep here, but I don't think that's the one that we want. No, it's not. It is not. All right, Padawan, what did you do with my parts? Oh man, honest to God though, like as much as I complain sometimes about him taking my parts and stuff away, there's almost nothing I love more than building things and making content and everything with him. It's just fun. That's sappy dad coming out of me, but I just love it so much. All right. So now there's still 4 of you in here. Say hi if you haven't already. Drop a like on the stream. That goes a long way. Okay. All right. Yep. So we are trying to glue this together. And if you've got suggestions for future live streams too, drop them in the chat. Seriously, I take everybody's comments and everything. I do my best to reply to each and every single chat or each and every single comment as well. Oh, dude, Cantina, thank you so much. Okay, so the question from Larson is, what materials and brand of filament did I use? So I'm basic. I went with basic PLA from Bamboo Lab. The reason why I chose Bamboo Lab is because, especially with the Droidica, but this one too, they have probably the best bulk order discount that I can find. I think I get the refills for like $12 a spool or a refill. They all come in the vacuum seal. I'm sure you already know this. I'm preaching to the choir here, but just these refills, and I just open up the spool when it's empty and just refill the spool. So yeah, no, it's just so cheap. I think filament wise, I would have to double check, but filament wise for this droid, it was like $300 is all it was. So really good deal on filament, and yeah, I just can't complain with it, and it's worked so well. I like the RFID with Bamboo Lab as well. Just makes everything so seamless and quick for my use. So I discovered a place here in Fargo, North Dakota, though, that's called 3D Fuel. And they actually make their own filament here in Fargo and sell it. And they do testing for all different types of printers. I reached out to them, or I actually went to go see them once, and I've got an email that I got to send to them just to see if they want to partner up at some point with this kind of stuff. And I want to try out the product. If it's a good product, I want to plug it for them too. They've got the one that they're touting right now, which is PCTG Pro. I guess it's some of the most durable stuff out there, chemical resistant, water, whole 9 yards. And yeah, I want to give it a shot sometime, but for right now, I'm just going to stick with Bamboo Lab basic PLA for these droids because they're not going to be out in the sun or anything like that. I don't have to worry about the heat or anything like that, really. And it's cheap. So when I order it in bulk, so not saying that $300 is anything to sneeze at because I know it's not, but when you get it all at once, it's cheap. Really? Northwest suburbs outside the cities. Northwest. Okay. Trying to think of what towns are that way. So I grew up in Southwest Minnesota, actually. Nothing but small towns there. Nothing like the cities. But we'd get to the cities every so often. I got some friends in the cities. My wife's family is actually from that area as well. So All right, we got 2 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much. 4 people in here. I'm getting chats from 2 people. The other 2 I'm not hearing anything from. So I'm calling you guys out. Leave a hi in the chat. Like I said, all in good fun. I love it. All right, now we've got these guys that we got to put in. Okay, so we've got a forearm here. Blaster is going to go on top of here. And then we've got our bicep here so far. So we just glued 2 pieces or 4 pieces total all together. And now we're on the outer elbows. If necessary, sand the faces of the connection. Blue and picture. Okay, no, I don't have to sand. We're all good there. I'm pretty sure we are good that way. Which way is this? Like that. And this goes in there. Oh, sweet. Okay. Awesome. Oh, we got 5 people now. Welcome. So much fun, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Honestly, it's just, I love it. You guys, I really can't express how much this makes me happy with stuff. Taking the PI 55 out of the Brit yet. Sorry, I guess I must be missing something there, Cantina. PI 55. What am I missing? Explain yourself. Just kidding. All right. Okay, so these don't glue in. And these are the hose holding dowels. So if you can see here, it's like a wedge cut out here with 2 holes. And we've got these pins here with wedge, 2 pins. It just slots right in there. Fills it in. This is not going to be glued in, by the way. That's just going to stay like that. Yeah, okay. Sand them to fit loose enough and do not glue. And it's got this little tab here, which is really cool, actually. It's this little indent here that I can put my fingernail in. Nobody's taking. Okay, I get you. Sorry, I was completely lost there for a second. Oh, man. We got 3 likes on the stream. Thank you so much, guys. Again, I know this isn't like the most like exciting, entertaining, high energy type stuff, but God, I just love it out here. This is my happy place. Thank you so much for being here in the happy place too. And no, my goal is to make this a place where you guys can escape. Just come build a droid with me. And this is yours too. This is not mine. This is yours. Okay, so wall count and infill percentage. I listen to Droid Division pretty closely when it comes to all this stuff. So the Droidica had a lot of different infill percentages. This droid was pretty much the same all the way through. There's not a whole lot that, like, other than the crotch area here, there's not a whole lot that's going to be taking on a ton of weight, other than maybe some of the stuff in the arms. So wall loops, I always go 4. I've got a 0.4 millimeter nozzle on my printers, and I just go 4 wall loops, so 1.6 millimeters. And then infill, I can go as low as 5%. I'm right around that 5 to 7% for my infill, and that seemed to be really good. There were some parts on the Droidica that I did keep the standard, like, what is it, 15%, I think. But that's really as high as I went, even on the parts that really needed a lot of structural integrity, mainly because the wall loops, having 4 of them is going to do just fine on those, especially when I don't have to sand them down. And then where there does need to be a lot of rigidity, you do have the metal pipes that get inserted in the holes and everything. So Really awesome stuff. So short answer, I already gave the long answer. 4 wall loops and 5% infill, up to 7% in some spots that need a little bit more. Cantina Rebels, boo. Message retracted. Hi, Paul. How's it going, man? That was quite the entrance. I'm guessing you know Cantina Rebels. I like it. I like it. So I was gonna say, don't be booing my man. He's got awesome content. And I highly recommend the DD files. You really can't go wrong. Believe it or not, who's oh man, as I was saying, believe it or not, the Droideka was my first ever 3D printed project. Well, large scale 3D printed project. I would say my first ever 3D printed project was this Republic Commando blaster. Actually, it's just got black paint on it right now. Another Brit, love it. But yeah, no, this was actually my first fully 3D printed project, and just I'm a massive, I cannot stress this enough, massive Republic Commando fan. So my all-time favorite game, grew up just playing the living snot out of it. It was just such an amazing game and underrated too. But yeah, so the Droideka was my first ever 3D printed project, first prop building project, for that matter. I've never finished painting anything or weathering anything like that in my entire life. And then this is basically number 2. So yeah, the support has been absolutely phenomenal for it, and I'm absolutely loving it. It was just kind of love at first print, you know, if that makes sense. So so Paul, so glad that you're here. Actually, it's awesome to have another Brit in here as well. If you haven't already, be sure to like the stream too. That really does help boost things for me. Yes, you're exactly right, Cantina. So the DD files, I have not had experience with Battlies, but I've heard nothing but good things. So absolutely awesome. Thank you so much, Paul. Really appreciate it. But like, for instance, this stuff here. So like this pin that I was just talking about, the thought and attention to detail on this kind of stuff, to be able to, or the wherewithal to be able to actually disassemble this and take it to cons as well, is something I never could have actually thought of. It's not like he took an image of the Super Battle Droid and just cut it in certain spots and called it good. The amount of design that goes into stuff that you can't even see, just so you can do certain things, is beyond me. Like he must be an engineer of some sort. I don't know him like personally all that well. I have had conversations with him personally, but he's just brilliant when it comes to this stuff I would have never ever thought of in a million years. So highly recommend Droid Division files. And they're I was gonna say expensive. They're not expensive at all. It's just like, I mean, what the Droideka files here in the US at least were, I think, $40 at the time that I got them. They might be 60 now if I remember right. I can't remember. But yeah, no, I mean, for files as good as they are, they're really cheap, and they are cheap because the community supports it so well. I know one person commented on my video when they found out that I sold the Droideka to a nerd store. My buddy owns it and everything. Yes, I do have to, for everyone that I sell, I have express permission from Dave at Droid Division to sell these. The stipulation is that I do buy the files again for each one that I sell, just so he gets his cut. That's all he asks, which, I mean, is more than fair. It's honestly not even fair to him on that front. But when it comes to the Droideka 2, I did not make any money on that at all. I actually lost a lot of money on that one just because I made the deal before I even started printing it, and it was a buddy of mine. So why not? He gave me a booth at his Comic-Con and everything, which is worth something too. So it's not like I just, I don't know, gave it away. No, I still got like some cash at the end of it, but it wasn't anything to even remotely cover the amount of money that went into it, because that was 37 spools of filament, and where, for example, this is like 20, not even 20. I think this was like 15. 15 rolls of filament, if I remember right. And yeah, it just ungodly amounts of paint and filler primer and whatever else have you. I've got my whole stockpile of filler primer down here now, and so glad I don't have to like go to the store over and over and over again, because I'm using more filler primer than I expected. This is actually it's actually meant to be a spray paint booth or a paint booth by Wagner. I think it was like just some ungodly low amount of cash, like $5 or something like that. It folds up if I want it to. It hasn't been folded up since I put it up. But you can see that black strip back there right here. You can actually put a box fan with like a furnace filter in it, and it'll filter out stuff. I mean, it'll ventilate it as best it can anyway. So yeah, I would highly recommend it. It works great for small stuff. I do need to get a decent spray paint or a paint booth set up here in my garage. As you guys know, my garage is a little bit of a disaster area most of the time, but I'm slowly getting to the point where I am making it a workshop more than storage. I need to get some dedicated storage for this house. Definitely, when we built it, it didn't have that much storage, and we weren't thinking about that at the time. So pro tip, if you guys are building a house, make sure there's storage, especially if you're in America. We're notorious for hoarding things. So me included, I'm a very sentimental human being. And no, like for instance, I mean, I'm an open book on my social media stuff. What you see is what you get with me. So the emotions I was feeling with the Droidica, that was all genuine. That's not show. Don't know why anybody would do that for show, but I'm an open book. I don't want to do things just for show. I do want to make stuff entertaining and keep going with that, but I'm genuine. I'm nothing if I'm not genuine. I'm nothing if I'm not a dad. My Padawan would have been here with me for the live stream. He was actually really wanting to, but he's up taking a nap now. He needed it today. Good Lord. But yeah, so we are up to 6 people in the live stream now. If you haven't already, be sure to say hi in the chat. Really love hearing from all of you, and drop a like as well. That just helps things out here. This is just a hangout session. Have a good time. Maybe have some laughs, and put together a 3D printed super battle droid with me. So, because this is not just mine, it's yours as well. So, all right. So, General Kenobi. See, I know what I'm doing. Tried to catch me down. I got this. I'm a true Star Wars fan. If you say I'm not, you're the fake one. Awesome. Yeah, so there's that. You need a decent respirator. Oh, the other thing. These were actually pretty cheap on Amazon too. I got a couple packages, but there's like these bulk packs. Whoops. There we go. There's like these bulk packs of these spouncers, the round ones. So these work amazing for like applying the rub and buff on certain things. And so would highly recommend these. I do have a Walmart affiliate link as well. I'm not sure if that works in the UK, but if you find things there, just anywhere at Walmart, use that link. It just helps me out a little bit. I get a little bit of kickback from that, but it doesn't cost you any extra. I can't remember if I put the Amazon affiliate link in my description either, but I do have one of those. So if you do order something, feel free to use that affiliate link. Again, it does give me some kickback, to be clear, but it doesn't cost you any extra on anything. So I just got approved for my Kinetic associate link as well now, and I'm really excited about that. Haven't been able to actually get any Kinetic in a little while though either, because money's just been a little tight, but oh man, dude. Trained by Dooku. Tell you what. No, I wasn't trained by Dooku, all right? I don't even know what to say to that. I was gonna try to come up with some witty thing to come back at that. I can't. Not today. I'm tired. All right. You tried getting me when I was down earlier. It didn't work. You got me now. All right. Congratulations, Paul. Oh, I have too much fun. No Walmart in the UK. You got Amazon, though. Did I put the Amazon affiliate link in my description? Amazon. Hey, we got 6 people in here, and I believe I've heard from 4 people. We got 4 thumbs up. If you're here, thumbs up. Come on. Help a brother out. Yeah, you got Amazon. See, Paul just called you out. Start using my stuff. If I'm going to make this full time, something's got to happen. All right. Let's see here. What am I thinking? All right. So now we got to add the lollipop is what it's called. So we got this that's got to go in here. Oh, nice. Okay, sweet. So that's where I can use these pins. Yeah, Rebels, do it. Hey, we got 5 thumbs up. There we go. Now we just need 1 more to make it even. Oh, man. Awesome. Love that. Okay, sweet. So, yeah, like this. Got pins there. God, and that's without any sanding. Oh, man, I love my printers so much. I really want to get an H2S or even an H2D for that matter. Or the new P2S it looks just awesome. It's basically an X1 carbon for not sure how much money yet here in the US anyway. I think it's available in Europe already. So yeah, so for you UK people, start looking. Trying to get some Bondo spot putty, but it's 12 for a small tube plus 5. Yeah, let's see. I just recently got my shipping of that as well. Don't be too jealous now, Cantina, all right? Hold on. I don't think this is all of it, but I've got 4 of them here. And these are the big tubes. These are the 4.5 ounce tubes. Oh yeah, I've got 1 over there on my table. Actually, I think I've got 2 of them over there. So I've got 6 tubes, brand new, just waiting to be actually used, and they will be used. Trust me. I've seen the method of acetone mixing with it and brushing it on. I think I want to try that. I know acetone's not going to do anything for the PLA, but no, that'll still help it get into the seams a little bit more. Now, believe it or not, I didn't do any spot putty on this. I can still see the seam if I look at it in the right light, but otherwise I'm really happy with how that seam turned out. And that was just filled with this thick super glue that I have. But no, otherwise, you guys hear me say it all the time on the channel, but this red filler primer from Duplicolor is the way to go with filler primer. You can go Rust-Oleum if you want to go the immediately cheap route, but to get results like this, you're going to burn through more money in Rust-Oleum than you would in this. Trust me, this goes a long way compared to Rust-Oleum filler primer. And it's so sandable. I know Rust-Oleum's is too. It does not transform, Paul. It does not transform. Sorry. And Paul, are you subscribed to the channel? I don't even know if you are. Because some people, it doesn't show me if they're subscribed or not, but if you're not, you need to. I'm at 1,139. I want to be at 1,140 by the end of this stream, at least. I just can't stand a 39 being there. The 40 was there for a little bit, and then it dropped off. But thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. I have not tried I think it's Seymour that Galactic Prop works with now, they swear by that stuff. I have not tried it yet though, so we'll see if I try that at some point in the future. Probably, but who knows? We'll see. There, put the head back on just because I like that. Yeah, if you do try that before I do, M. Larson, let me know, and I would love to hear how it went. You can actually DM me on either Instagram or Facebook at Regal Rebel, and yeah. Oh, why is your message retracted? Does this have like auto moderation or something? Had 107, but dropped to 106. Yeah, doesn't that suck? I know for me, I went through a little bit of a YouTube dry spell after the Droidica, just because it was so hard to keep up with my schedule and newborn and everything all at the same time, and just so on and so forth. But for some reason, I did the Droidica finale, and that's when I got back into the YouTube stuff and started uploading regularly again. And for some reason, right after the Droidica finale, I had like a drop off like crazy. Like people were just here for the Droidica and then they're out. They didn't care about any other builds after that. It was kind of crazy to me. But now I've seen a little bit of a resurgence again since I've been uploading regularly again. And we got 6 in the stream now. So welcome in whoever just joined a little bit ago. Say hi in the chat. Love to hear from you. Ask any question you want. I don't care. I'm an open book. If it's too personal, I won't answer, obviously. But like, don't ask me for my social security number or something like that. I'm not giving that out. But it's 4. But let's see. Spelling mistake. Okay. I'll let it slide this time. It does. It blame rebels. What? Am I missing something there too? $500 by Christmas. Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. And Tenacious, welcome in, man. Leave a like on the stream, please. That would help out a lot if you haven't already. But yeah, we are working on the arms. We've got the forearm right here. The gun is actually, or the blaster is going to go right here. And then we've got that bicep done, or not quite done, but assembled here. So really appreciate it, man. Good to see you on the stream. See, this is so cool. This is my first time live streaming on YouTube, but this is just so cool being able to immediately like talk back to you guys. Basically, it's just, I love this so much. Yeah, you guys have heard a lot. I want to make it full time. Let's get there. All right. I do want to hear sarcastically blame rebels for my loss of 1 subscriber. Oh man, whatever you say, man. But no, I do want to hear from you guys, especially the ones that have been here pretty consistently from the beginning. But if you're just joining in now, I want to hear from you too. I've got my Hot Toys giveaway. What should now let's not make it too easy, right? But what should the benchmark be to start giving that away? And how should I work that? Should I do it where you can send in some fan mail or something to an address that I leave? And that's like the free entry, and then every $5 in my merch store or something like that gets you an additional entry? Or should I do it based on Patreon? If you're a Patreon member, you're automatically entered like with some extra entries. I don't know. Let me know in this chat here. I want to hear from you if you have any ideas. I've thought of a lot of things. I just haven't nailed anything down yet. For those of you that don't know, the giveaway now is a Hot Toys Dark Trooper. That's sponsored by Nerdin' Out, the place where the Droidica actually went. So yeah, let me know. I want to hear from you big time. All right, so okay, so we got that. Now we're going to get into a shoulder bell. Awesome. I'm not hearing anybody. Nobody's got any ideas? Yeah, Nerdin' Out in Rochester. Yeah, Brad, the owner there, I'm pretty good friends with him. I lived in Rochester for a little bit and got to know him while I was living there. So yeah, if you want to see my work in person, go to Nerdin' Out in Rochester, and the Droidica is set up there. You can take pictures with it, whole 9 yards. Now, that was like the only way I could cope with letting that go. It was really hard letting that go, but knowing that it's going somewhere where it's not in like private hands where I can't go see it when I want, that made it at least a little bit better and easier for me to cope with it. So that was a lot of time I put in on that thing. All right, so we got this. Now we need piston parts. All right, so there's a piston base. Okay, no, I've already got the piston base and piston printed as one here, so. Frozen? What is the stream frozen? And yes, Lars, you really should stop by and see it. Let me know what you think. It's not perfect. It's my first one I did, but I'm still extremely proud of that build. I really am. Let it go. Let it go. I appreciate that. Yeah. No, and again, it was so awesome bringing you guys along on that journey, which made it a little bit better too. Okay, I like that. Yeah, make sure my subscribers have it public who they're subscribed to. That could work for free. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I definitely got some more things to think about. I wasn't even thinking about telling people to make sure that their subscribers are public. So much stuff I gotta learn yet, but yeah, again, I got goals, man. I got places I want to be. Okay. Yeah, the only issue I have with making Patreon something is that I still don't know what to do exclusively for my Patreon members 100%. I mean, I'm doing some content on there a little bit here and there. But yeah, I mean, I've got somebody that just wants to support me no matter what's on there. So he's subscribed. So I greatly appreciate that. But I don't expect anybody else to go to my Patreon yet and subscribe. I need to flesh it out a little bit more before I feel comfortable telling people like, hey, go out and subscribe. Like, if you want to be a free member on there for a little bit, go right ahead. I support that all day long, obviously. We got 9 people in the stream. Man, can we make it 10? Oh, no, it's down to 8 now. Oh, come on. You guys are killing me. I love it. I love it. But if you haven't already, be sure to say hi in the chat. Drop a like. It really helps me out quite a bit. We're just together having a good time, chatting, building a life-size super battle droid from the world of Star Wars, fully 3D printed. We are working on the arms currently. So this is one of the biceps with the bell on. I just got to actually figure out how this bell actually goes on. I'm not sure how. I think it's this. I think we've got like these pins here, and we've got these like oblong holes there on each side. So yeah, I'm willing to bet that's how this goes together. If any of you in here have assembled the Super Battle Droid, let me know. But yeah, okay, yeah, that fits together pretty nice and snug. So that at least lets me know I'm doing that correctly. Okay, the piston sits loose in the bicep. Okay, so that's going to sit loose in there. Okay. Why would that sit loose, though? Do not. Okay, all right. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, so this... All right, Tenacious. Let's see. Let's read this. Best thing you can, in my opinion, is maybe community hangouts and then extra exclusive content. So maybe do some Test projects or smaller ones you want to make content out, but maybe not enough to post here. I like that, actually. Yeah, that's something where I'm debating. Like, I really need to make sure I can go full time with this first. So anything you guys can do to support and help me get to that point. Once I get to that point, I am all in. Like, I'm going to be working my butt off on Patreon and all this other kind of stuff. It's going to be really awesome. Trust me, guys, it's going to be worth it. Anything you can do to support me helps out immensely. Even if you have some fan mail or something too, I am going to be posting the address for that kind of stuff. Dusty, how we doing? It's good to see you, man. Let's see here. Nerdy pastime. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot to hear. If you haven't already, be sure to like the stream. That goes a long way with all this stuff as well. M. Larson, what build is next after this one? I don't have anything concrete as far as what build is after this. I've got some ideas. I know an R2 unit is on the docket at some point. I'm going to do one of those. But I know that's a really complicated one, going to take a lot of time. It's not necessarily cut and dry, like assembling it and it's kind of an ongoing project from what I understand. The one that I'm thinking I want to do after this is a K2SO. We'll see. That's not an official reveal or announcement or anything right now, but I really want to do a K2SO droid. I also do want to do a B1 battle droid. The main reason why I haven't done a B1 yet is because it just seems like everybody and their mother was doing a B1 battle droid for at least a little while there, maybe still. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just I wanted to set myself apart from the rest of the pack, at least in the beginning. That's the primary reason why I started with the Droideka, because one, nobody starts with the Droideka, right? I'm a glutton for punishment. So there's that. Then two, I looked on YouTube and I was searching like 3D printed Droideka and all that kind of stuff, and I just didn't find anybody actually doing it. I found one that he was really documenting his whole process, had like hour-long videos. I wanted to do something that was maybe like halfway in between, just have fun with it, but also try to make it entertaining for you guys as well. And I'm learning all that kind of stuff too. I'm learning how to make stuff a little bit more enjoyable for you guys out there. So while still being fun for me at the same time. So, but I would say K2SO or B1 Battle Droid are kind of neck and neck right now with what I want to do. So great question though. Thank you very much for that. Let's see here. Tenacious Tiger, I'm here to support. I'm fairly new to the whole 3D printing and prop making, but I've been in the content creation game for a long time. Awesome. You have a very genuine approach, and I love it. Thank you so much, Tenacious. I really do try to be as genuine as I can. I know I was just mentioning earlier that if I'm not genuine, I don't even want to do it. You know, it's just who I am, right? So yeah, if you guys haven't yet, I know we got 9 people in the stream and 6 likes. If you haven't yet, please drop a like. Say hi in the chat. Goes a long way. I love hearing from each and every one of you guys. I'm also keeping an eye on the time too, because I got an event I got to get to at 5 o'clock tonight, which is in 2 hours. But I also have to be gone for that. I got to be there like 45 minutes early. So I've got time yet though. So hang out, have a good time. Thank you so much for dropping likes. Let's see. Oh, Boo at the Zoo already, Dusty? I think there's probably Boo at the Zoo here in Fargo already too, but we just haven't gone yet. So what are the kiddos being this year? I want to hear that because, yeah, as you guys know, I'm a dad through and through. Love doing stuff with my kids. I love including my kids in this. But God, you're working on your second astromech now? Nerdy pastime. Did you build your first one on the channel, or are you just like getting your channel back up and running now for the second astromech? I'd love to know. And what kind of astromech are you doing for the second one? All right, so this is all going to be loose here. Well, my main question now is, do I need to glue this to this? I doubt it, but no, it doesn't look like it. I think this is just a piece that sits in there. That's interesting. Okay, but I know I can at least glue these dowels in here at least. Okay, this is where I want your guys' help and input here too. I know I've asked a lot of questions in chat already, but should I glue the dowels into the bicep or should I glue them into this shoulder bell? Let me know. I don't think it's going to matter either way. It doesn't give me any tips here in the print the shoulder armor parts and glue the piston tops. Okay, so these are the piston tops. This one, I don't think I even glue. I think this one's just friction in there. And few videos, nothing big on the first build. Okay, I'll have to check that out though. Oh, Dusty. Let's see. So Spidey and Werewolf. I love it. You're going to be a construction worker. Okay, so Dusty, you're pretty much just going as your everyday self, essentially. Second droid is a custom R4. Okay, I love it. Biggest challenge for somebody new to building a droid. Boy, I guess I have not stopped to really think about that. All the challenges I faced with the Droidica in particular, I was just like cranking. I know you and I talked about it on your podcast a little bit, Cantina, but which if you guys haven't checked out that podcast, check it out. That was a lot of fun. But no, when it came to the challenges with building a droid, I would say filling. Just how mundane seam filling in particular is. That's one of the things that hits me about this droid a little bit more than the Droidica even, is that you've got tons of seams on the face of this body. You can't really see them in the stream right now very well. At least I can't on my end. But there's seam like right here all the way to this point here, and mirrored on the other half. There's a big seam going across here, and then seams on the shoulders. I'm a stickler for it. I'm my own worst enemy when it comes to the perfectionist part of things. But I hate being able to actually see the seam when paint is over it. Like you put a light over it and it's got this big bump there and everything. Taking the time to actually go through and fill those seams, sand them down, make sure they're level and seamless, for an obvious term. That I would say that's probably the biggest challenge that you're going to run into. Now, if you're not a perfectionist like I am on that, which is perfectly fine, then that's probably not going to be much of a challenge for you. Fill it and call it a day and paint over it and everything's just fine. But for me, that's the biggest challenge, is just figuring out the most effective way to fill in those large seams. Print lines are easy with filler primer. You do a couple coats of filler primer, sanding between each one with anywhere from 420 to 600 grit sandpaper, and you're gonna do just fine print lines. But the seams, definitely the number one thing. Oh, anytime, Cantina. That was a ton of fun, and I just love supporting fellow creators as well any way that I can. I don't have like money to be able to buy merch or anything like that from most people, but if I can come on and just be content for somebody, I'm more than happy to. It's so much fun. Oh no, a spider. Scary spider. Okay. Yeah, I have the whole get up on. Dusty, you're lame. I'm sorry, but you are. Oh man, for those of you that don't know, which I don't think any of you would, I don't know why you would, but Dusty in the chat, he was actually an employee of mine at Car Wash before I did what I'm doing now. And we got to know each other pretty well, became pretty good friends, and then he left me to go down to a different state. So yeah, I'm still sore about that, but everybody. So this is going to be me just venting about personal life a little bit, just for a second here, okay? All right, just for a second. Everybody that I get to be friends with here in Fargo, they all end up leaving and going somewhere else. I'm starting to think it's me. I don't know. It just, oh man, I love so many people, but I just can't hold on to them. God dang it! I tell you what. see. Oh, I'm right there with you, Cantina. We actually, I know I complain about money sometimes, and I technically don't have the money, but we actually pay a service to come and take care of that kind of stuff for us. So they spray and treat for spiders. We don't really have any like massive ones, no venomous ones here in Fargo because winter times get pretty brutal. But no, I can't stand spiders. I've got like severe arachnophobia. It sucks. That does not mean send me anything spider related in the mail, please. But yeah, no, I'll say the address to send me some mail here actually. But if you want to, if you do want to send me any mail or anything like that, you can send it to 1351 Page Drive, South in Fargo, North Dakota. Zip code is 58103. And again, I'll post this somewhere. I'm just mentioning it here right now for you guys. We've got 9 people in the stream right now. Welcome in, whoever just joined. Say hi in the chat. Love to hear from you. If you haven't already, drop a like in that thumbs up there. You know, that thing that looks like this. You know, that would be awesome. And Paul says hi too. If you like a guy named Paul, he says hi to you. So I can't watch him on TV either. And I will say, as much as I have like really bad arachnophobia, I would never be able to have them like, what do you want to say, touch me or anything or crawl on me. But I will say like the wolf spiders or like the jumping spiders, they're kind of cute. I can't deny that. But if they got anything of like a fat butt on them or something or an actual body, they suck. I can't stand them. So I scared the other 2 people away. Sorry, guys. So sorry, Paul. No, I'm going to blame it on you, Paul. I'm going to blame it on you. You waved, they left. God dang it! Just can't have anybody named Paul on the stream, I guess. How do I watch Spider-Man then? I close my eyes for the actual spider part. Like when it comes to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I mean, I can watch it. I have watched it. It's just I just don't like that part. They creep me out. Not as bad though because the legs are kind of skinny and not there. But oh, that's my line. Oh, behind my hands, exactly. Yeah, I don't watch it. Oh, hey Dusty, are you still on here? Or is he booing at the zoo? He probably left for boo at the zoo. Oh, no, he's here. You're going to send me that Star Wars swag. All right, sounds good. I'll accept that. No, Dusty, you want to tell the crowd here what you told us in the last live stream? You turn them against me? You will not take them from me. Paul, tell you what. Are you trying to test my Star Wars knowledge a little bit here, Paul? Because I can almost guarantee you, especially when it comes to the prequels, but original trilogy and prequels, come at me, bro. Let's go. Yeah, about the garage. Yeah. Or do you want, like, obviously, I'll probably end up telling it, but I want your permission for me to tell it because I'm not going to lie, I was dying laughing last stream. So that's boomstick arm. Got that done, got that done. Oh, we are on to hands now. We're getting hands on and up in here. That was such a dad joke. I'm sorry. No, wait, you know what? I'm not sorry. I'm done apologizing. I'm just very Minnesotan. God dang it, my Minnesotan accent came out there. Holy crap. Okay, so as I mentioned, Dusty Curtis here in the chat, he worked for me at the car washes. We had this outing one night where we went to the bowling alley, had some drinks, had a good time, and Dusty probably had too much of a good time. He's a typical American construction man, right? Knows how to hold his liquor. The dude ends up, I didn't know this at the time, but the dude ends up driving home, which I do not condone at all. Okay, so I will say that, Dusty. But he gets home. It really wasn't that far, but gets home, pulls into his garage at an apartment complex. So he's renting this place. And when he went to go hit the brake, he hit the gas and he drove through the back of the garage. And I didn't know this until last week. I genuinely did not know this until last week. So he drove through the back of the garage, and I'm thinking, okay, well, he obviously had to pay for it. He doesn't own the place. Well, when he moved away from me, again, thank you very much. I don't care if it was you or your woman. Thank you very much. Yeah, he just piled all of his moving boxes in front of the hole, and they didn't catch it. They checked him out and everything, gave him back his full security deposit. Did not notice it at all. He got away with that scot-free. Which, Dusty, you're the luckiest. I wish I could say it right now, but you're just the luckiest dude alive, I guess. And yeah, don't make smart decisions. We'll just say you've grown up since then. But yeah, no. So very, it's very interesting. So yeah, a lot of fun. All right, so now we've got the hands, which this is another. So the two areas I've been most dreading to assemble are the shoulders. Like I said, I think a good reason why on that. But then these hands are complicated. And if I had to give tips to anybody who's just building a droid, Dusty has Jedi skills. There is no hole. You're exactly right. If I had to give advice to anybody building a droid, just to build it, print stuff as you go and assemble it as you go. Don't print all of it and then assemble it, in my personal opinion. This is something I might want to try on my next build, actually, whether it's for content creation or not. It's going to be for content creation, let's be honest. But I want to assemble it as I print it. I want to make sure that I'm ready to record. This has all just kind of been, like I said, I was kind of in that, I don't want to say dark time between builds, but it was that my YouTube channel was not being attended to barely at all. Life got in the way and so on and so forth. So with that, I started printing this during that time, and I got it done really quick. But like, crap, I didn't record really anything of printing it. Obviously, I've got the time lapses from within the printer, but I didn't record anything. So then I was like, well, I guess we're just doing it like the Droidica again. Obviously, adding some stuff in the meantime. But let's see here. Yeah, I've been procrastinating on my pit droid, and you've motivated me to start. I've committed to finishing it. Yeah, I'm going to hold you to that, Cantina. I really am. I want to see your pit droid. I like the first video that you had on it. I actually really like your set, like in that corner of your garage. That was a pretty good setup. I need to get my setup in shape really for all this and just get it rolling. I got some ideas. It's just there too. Money is tight right now. But no, seriously, I'm looking forward to that series on that pit droid. Let me know if there's anything I can help you out with on it too. If you want any additional tips, not saying I'm very qualified for those tips or anything, but let me know. Let's see, I've grown up a bit. You don't even drink anymore. Awesome. Good for you, man. There's alcohol in it, but yeah, it's tea. Twisted teas. I like twisted teas. Good for you, though, Dusty. You have grown up, man. Proud of you, bro. I really am. That's awesome. Let's see here. So we've got pieces that I need to assemble here. Do I not have the pieces I need for this? I've got to. Oh, no, there they are. Okay. There's so many finger pieces, it's ridiculous. You absolutely should, man. I would highly recommend that. Just like, are you talking just like the simple sounds from episode 1 or anything? Oh, so you did doctor it up quite a bit more than just boxes in front of it. Okay. That makes more sense because I was like, good Lord, you got away with something so easy there. Let's see. Where's my little punch? Here it is. We'll see how these fingers come out on these hands here because there's slight imperfection there on that hole. Nothing that can't be worked with, I don't think. So we'll see, though, and go from there. All right, we're up to 8 people in the stream. Or back up to 8 people. Welcome in. For if you're new to the stream, if you haven't liked already, please like. If you haven't already, subscribe as well. We do a lot of droid building here. We're building a super battle droid currently. I've got a weekly series on it. And say hi in the chat. Come on, don't be shy. I want to see it. I want to say hi back. You need to know what a twisted T is as a bona fide tea expert. You are from the UK, so you would be a bona fide tea expert. This is, as far as tea is concerned, you would probably hate it. Let's be honest. It's American type tea. Like, think of like iced tea in the South here in the US, but just spiked and alcoholic. But you can barely taste any of the alcohol in it. It's really good. It's tea, but twisted. Tea, sugar, and milk, please. Okay, yeah, it's definitely not that. Let's see. I mean, you let me know. I'm so uncultured when it comes to overseas stuff. Let me know. Do you guys know about like Southern tea here in the U.S.? Good Lord, yeah, this one printed really bad for some reason. This is the first I'm noticing that. You've had Florida tea from Disney World? I can't say I've ever been to Disney World, so I'm not 100% sure if that's what it is. Long Island iced tea. Oh, those are good too. Homemade sweet iced tea in the summer. Awesome. Florida tea isn't the same. Okay. I guess I'm just uncultured for US stuff too. God, Dusty, way to make me feel just like an uncultured swine. As if I'm not uncultured enough with the UK people in here. I'm learning. It's 3:20, almost 3:30 already. Good Lord. Well, I know it has at least a cup of sugar, yeah. But yeah, Dusty, have you ever had Twisted Tea on tap? I got to know that at least. Sweet Shots, which is like a Top Golf here in Fargo. They have Twisted Tea on tap, and tap is a game changer for Twisted Tea. It's so smooth, it's ridiculous. No, it probably does, Dusty. In all honesty, I've seen it, or seen it be made like on TV and stuff. So like true Southern tea. Okay, so I think this is what we're looking for now. I don't know why these came out so crappy on top. Down to 5. Come on. I'm just kidding. Oh, back up to 6. All right, we're cruising. Welcome in. If you haven't liked the stream yet, go ahead and like for me, please. Subscribe if you haven't yet either. These live streams really are just hang out, have fun, get to know you guys a little bit better, and you guys can feel like you own part of this droid as well and built it alongside me rather than just me building it for you guys. Do I print anything not droid related? Yeah, I definitely do. As far as just everyday life type stuff, I print toys for my young Padawan quite a bit, actually. I'm working on trying to come up with another revenue stream as well. So I'm working on like stuff to sell, like cat toys, and it sounds kind of ridiculous saying it out loud, but it sells. What can I say? Yeah, that kind of stuff. Otherwise, I'm mostly anything Star Wars related as a whole. That's just the content that I like doing. I know my stuff about Star Wars. Star Wars has been my life since I was just a tiny little kid. So it's been an escape for a lot of, like I've said before, I'm an open book, so it's not like this is too hard for me to talk about, but it's been my life since I was a little kid. It helped me escape from a lot of life's troubles. And I'm not saying that my life was any worse off than anybody else's, but it wasn't a traditional life. So, yeah, no, it just was a really awesome escape and still is to this day. Not that I need to escape from anything. My life is pretty great right now. I've got a loving wife here at the house, which is beyond awesome, and my two young Padawans, which is, I can't complain about life at all right now. The only thing I could ever complain about right now is finances, and that's really small in the grand scheme of things. I just wish I could get, like when I was working, what I was doing before I'm doing now, which I sell life insurance now for a really awesome organization. But what I was doing before was car washes. And during that time, my life sucked. I did not have any life outside of work at all. But money was decent, right? It's not like it was gangbusters, but it was decent. And so I was looking for a way to get out of that because my young Padawan that you guys have all seen on the channel, he was 1 at the time. And I was working 60, 70 hours a week on salary with no bonus structure or anything like that. So got really hard to justify my time away from my family for that. And when it came to like this opportunity that I'm doing now, it was like, okay, well, you know, okay, it's got opportunity. I really have to, I'm not going to have a guaranteed income stream coming in. So I got to work my butt off and everything. And that's what I've been doing. And I'm kind of finding right now that my life is absolutely phenomenal. Like life wise, doing great. Money wise, absolutely sucks now. It's like the exact opposite of what it was before. If I could just get those two to converge, that would be amazing. And that's really what this is all about here too. This is something where I feel like I can build it, and if it pays the bills, even better. That's how I look at it. And bring you guys along with me. It's just I get so much enjoyment and fulfillment from this right here that I never would have expected in a million years. I wasn't raised on social media with social media. it didn't come naturally to me necessarily. A lot of you disagree with me when I say it doesn't come naturally to me. But that's all I'm doing. I'm turning on the camera and coming here and just talking. There's times where I ramble on like I am right now. I don't care. I'm just here with you guys. I'm being me and just having a good time doing it. So that's what it's all about at the end of the day. And if I could do this full time, I absolutely would. There's ways I need to figure it out and get it going. But okay, so you got some blaster builds coming soon too? Got a vision of an armory wall behind my PC. So, okay, that would be really awesome. That'd be so cool. Yeah, no, highly recommend the Galactic Prop Works Republic Commando blaster. They actually have a version where you can put magnets, like I think it's right about here in this spot, and you can actually detach it and put the sniper attachments and everything on, just like the video game. It's quite phenomenal, really. Build it, they will come. And with growth of the channel, hopefully I'll reap reward, be it sponsors or other. Exactly. Yeah. So, and that's why I have the merch. It helps subsidize some of this stuff. And if I can find a way to realistically be able to sell merch overseas and stuff for you guys, I will absolutely figure that out. I tried Etsy for a little bit. The setup of Etsy with Printful was a little bit of a hard pill to swallow, and Etsy takes such a large cut of sales, which, I mean, I had a pretty decent sale on Etsy almost right away, and I think I netted like $10 off of it, and it was a large sale. I was like, I can't stomach that right now, and I had to pay Etsy up front for everything, and then they reimbursed me later on, and there was an issue with the reimbursement process. I worked with them. They were good about it on the back end of things, but also it was just a pain in the butt where I don't want to have to deal with that, and I can't put my family through that right now. So no, my wife and I are trying to figure out a way to actually do merch in-house as well with the designs that I have right now on Printful. I'm really proud of my designs on Printful, actually, by the way. I'm proud of the logo and everything, too, and just would love this to get out there a little bit more. But, yeah, no, it's just cool. I love this right here. We're up to 8 in the stream now. So, I mean, if you haven't yet, please drop a like. Say hi in the chat. We're just having a good time. I know I got a little bit serious there, but, yeah. Let's see, just jumping from my mobile to PC. Oh, okay. No worries, Cantina. The stream probably won't last too much longer. Probably going to be like half-hour max. Be a good 2-hour stream, actually. This might actually boost my my view hours. That'd be kind of cool. So, because for those of you that don't know, monetization on YouTube, when it comes to just like ad revenue and everything, I'm not qualified for any ad revenue at all right now. I've got my 1,000 subscribers, so we're good there. I am at like almost 2,500 watch hours, and for the first level of monetization where I can actually have like the join page and like the memberships here on YouTube, kind of like a Patreon type deal, I need 3,000 watch hours. I think I can get there before the end of the year. That all has to be done within 365 days, and January 1st is when the first Droidica video time is going to stop, or going to start dropping off. So my watch time is going to start going backwards at that point. Because that, for some reason, the Droidica episode 1 popped off like crazy. That's still my most viewed video as a whole. I mean like instantly, and it just took off. So I think I've got something like 300 watch hours on that video alone that is going to start dropping off starting January 1st. So I'm trying to beat that to at least get to that 3,000 so that I can get to the first level of monetization. But then I need to hit 4,000 watch hours within 365 days for the full monetization to become a YouTube partner. So I'm really hoping to get to that. And hopefully these live streams bounce me into that a little bit as well. Lewis, you're late. What did you miss? Actually, we've gotten a bit done. Actually, I know I'm sitting here talking a lot, but we've actually gotten some decent stuff done. So we've got the forearm of the blaster section of the droid done. So let's see here. This piece is just like the base piece of the blaster. section, but that's going to go on there. So we got the forearm done and glued together. Also, it rotates. So this is going to be on the bicep, and we can actually rotate it. The arms are going to be pretty posable, guys. That's where a lot of the complexity comes in. And we've got the bicep done here as well. So this section is where we're going to have like the shoulder bell. Whoops, the other shoulder bell. I grabbed the wrong one. We're going to have this shoulder bell that slots in like that. And there's our bicep of the droid. So, Lewis, if you haven't already, please like the stream. It goes a long way. Thank you for saying hi. Welcome in. It's pretty awesome. Let's see here. Just finished the B2 Battle Droid torso video. It's amazing that you're making memories with your son. Thank you so much. Yeah, that I've already groveled about that on this stream, but no, that's one of my favorite parts about this entire YouTube endeavor is being able to share it with my son. He's absolutely obsessed with recording now. Like he's up taking a nap right now. Otherwise, he'd be right here with me when I deem it safe to do so anyway. And yeah, it's really special to me to be able to do this with him. But why don't you 3D print your own designs that you can then use to print your own t-shirts? Yeah. That's an interesting. I hadn't thought about 3D printing something to be like a stamp. I wonder how that would work. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. That's not a bad idea. I have thought about like 3D printing like keychains and stuff, but then I also need to have my own marketplace where I can sell that kind of stuff. And I'm not against that at all. I just don't have quite the time or the resources at the very moment to be able to accommodate that. Because all of it takes time, right, guys? So if it was easy, everybody would do it. But I can guarantee you right now that it's definitely a passion of mine, and I want to make it a reality. This is something I really do want to make full time, and I'm going to do everything in my power that I can to make it a reality. I've got a goal of within the next 6 to 12 months to make it a reality, and I just have some milestones I need to get to be able to make that happen. So yeah, enough groveling. What are my? Oh yeah, these are the pieces I need here. Oh, I need rods for that. Okay, I don't even have the rods. Man, I can't even assemble the hands right now. I didn't know about the rods. Makes sense though. 51 and 55 millimeter long, 4 millimeter rods. And I need 128 millimeter long, 4 millimeter rods. Okay. All right. So I'm not going to be able to do that right now because I don't have those. Just adds another thing I got to add to the shopping list. And yeah, we can go from there. So am I going to keep the Super Battle Droid? Right now, the plan is to sell this one as well. My plan long term is to redo a Droidica and redo a Super Battle Droid, redo really every droid that I do and have them as prop pieces in the back of my videos. But these are, I'm not getting any money from YouTube right now or anything like that. Not that that would be gangbusters right now anyway. But these are funding themselves right now. I do have express permission from Dave at Droid Division to sell these. The stipulation is that I buy the files again for each one that I sell. So it's all kosher. It's all on the up and up. I'm not doing anything against the rules for the droid community at all. So yeah, just want to make that perfectly clear. So I've had some people try to call me out on that in the past, and everything is perfectly kosher. So the Droidica, it went to a public place. I lost a ton of money on that one. I did not sell it for a profit. And I also did everything correct for Droid Division's policies on that as well. But no, this one right now, anyway, I don't have any money for it in hand, but I have made a deal with, his name was right here and it just slipped out of my head as I was going to say it, but he's the like Trooper Transmission God dang it. Paul Klingen. That's who it. So he's the fitness nerd out there with the train like a storm or train like a clone trooper and all that kind of stuff. He really wants one for some of his content, and we made a tentative deal. Nothing concrete, nothing actually written as far as anything that way, but it's probably going to be going to him. And if it doesn't, we'll see what happens with it. I'll probably list it for sale, at least just because I do need the funds and everything. I'm doing this as a hobby, but also to try to put food on the table for me and the kids. So, but no, as long as it's here, I will use it as a prop and enjoy the living crap out of it, because that's just what I do. Okay, so it keeps it on theme, and I've seen channels like I like to make stuff do it, and it works. You can do Star Wars designs or branded versions. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're not wrong at all. I just need to figure out the way to get it all set up where I can actually take transactions, send it, and ship it and everything like that, and go from there. So we've got 10 people in stream and 8 likes. So if you like the stream so far, welcome in. Say hi in the chat. Drop a like on it. It really does help me out. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe as well. These live streams are not the main source of content on YouTube here. It's just me coming in, saying hi with you guys, spending a little time with you, making some progress on the builds as well. So you guys are actually part of that too. So keep the questions coming, though. I absolutely love it. I'm an open book. I'm kind of at a point right now where I'm not able to keep going with these hands. At least I can put together the other arm pieces at the very least, but I'm going to have to run to Menards or Lowe's or Home Depot or something like that and get some of that rod. So what else we got here? Just Googled, and I can get Twisted Tea in the UK. Guess what I'm ordering tomorrow? Highly recommend, Cantina. Yes. Let me know what you think of it, too. For those of you that don't know, I am on Facebook and Instagram. You can DM me on those as well. And I do my best to reply to everybody, even comments and everything too. Have I thought about making a clone trooper? I absolutely have. When I was planning out my clone trooper variants, I was actually going up about it or thinking about it a very different way than Prop Shop did hers. She 3D printed this whole mannequin and then did a clone trooper suit, which was absolutely awesome. I'm guessing that's where your question is coming from. But no, that's definitely on my bucket list. I don't want to do just any clone trooper though. I want to do commandos because, again, I've said it so many times in this stream already. Republic Commando is my all-time favorite game. Super underrated. If you have not played it, I still highly recommend you go play that game. Even the campaign is really fleshed out, really awesome. And yeah, so no, Prop Shop did she always does a fantastic job on all of her stuff. Like I'm envious of her abilities. Hopefully I can get up to that level at some point, but we'll see. And then Frankly Built is another one of my favorites when it comes to 3D printing stuff in general. If you haven't checked out Prop Shop or Frankly Built, those are 2 channels that I highly recommend that you check out if you're doing anything prop building, cosplay, 3D printing. Those 2 are absolutely phenomenal when it comes to stuff. Okay, so nerdy pastime. Quick question. What type of glue do you use? Always interested in what others are using. So I vary what glue I use depending on what I'm building. So for instance, the Super Battle Droid, I really am just using a thick gap-filling super glue. I found it on Amazon for a decent price, and it is actually really thick. It does a decent job of filling in some seams and stuff preemptively. The Droidica, for instance, I used JB Weld. Now, at first, I got a lot of flack for using JB Weld steel on the Droidica. Now, my reasoning behind that is Droidica was a lot more complex and a lot more weight on one singular portion. So that ball portion, or the main body portion of that Droidica, all the weight from above that was on that. And it was pinpointed at the center because it was pushing directly down, and then you had the legs that were off to the side. So a lot of tension on that portion. And I really wanted a glue that was going to really outdo the strength of even the filament. And when I watched a couple videos, there was somebody that went ahead and did JB Weld just for the heck of it. and they found out that actually every print that they stress tested, it did not break at the glue point. It broke somewhere else within the print. So that's my reasoning for using JB Weld on that build in particular, because it was so heavy. This, I really am just using super glue and some accelerator. So we've got this just super glue accelerator. It's that simple. Both things on Amazon. I believe I have the Amazon affiliate link in the description of this live stream. Also my Walmart affiliate link, and then Kinetic. It's kind of like an energy drink. Absolutely phenomenal. I ran out, so I don't have any right now. But yeah, so that's what I use right now. Let's see here. I will also reach that level. Everything in this life is practice. You're exactly right. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Yeah, that does mean a lot to me. And like Cantina actually mentioned it earlier, I've inspired him to get into his build. That's something I mentioned this again in the Cantina Rebels podcast when I was on it with him, which was a ton of fun. If you haven't yet, check it out. But no, that's something that I'm still getting used to. That's something I never, ever expected, even from this kind of stuff, is in inspiring people. I've never looked at myself as the inspiring type. So, no, I'm greatly, greatly appreciative to everybody that has mentioned anything like that. And even if you haven't, I'm still greatly appreciative that you're here. It's not like if you haven't said it, I hate you. No, it's just, I'm still getting used to that. If I seem like I'm off put by it, believe me, I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out how to accept it still. So, big time thank you to each and every one of you who are here. Keep showing up week by week with me. It's just beyond my wildest dreams. I never would have thought that anybody would be tuning in weekly or waiting for my videos every week. Oh man, it's just so cool. It gives me tingles just thinking about it. We've got 9 people on stream and 8 thumbs up. Can we make it 9 and 9 or 8 or 8 and 8? I don't know. We'll see. It seems like every single time I mention that, people drop off. If Joel doesn't mind me asking, if any of you have a Star Wars themed channel, let me know and I'll drop you a follow. Yeah, I don't mind asking whatsoever. If you guys got a channel that you're wanting more subscribers or whatever, feel free to drop it in the chat. I'm not going to say I'm very influential or anything like that, but absolutely drop it in. As long as you're not being spammy, I'm perfectly fine with it. The tingles are the best part of making content for people. You're exactly right. Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like YouTube is trending in the way that real content is succeeding more than the just like pure entertainment value content anymore. And that's another thing that just tells me like this is my time, because that's just what I'm all about. If I'm not genuine, I'm nobody. I am who I am. There's no hiding it. I can't act a certain way and have it be passable. If I'm tired, I'm going to be tired. I'll still push through for my viewers and whole 9 yards and put a smile on my face as much as I possibly can. But if I'm tired, I'm going to say I'm tired. You know, it's just who I am. I've got kids. They're going to be involved in it, whether people in Germany like it or not. Oh man, I tell you what, that still gets me sometimes. I had a lot of friends that just like I don't condone going after anybody or anything, but like just commenting back at them, it was really comical to see. I find it really funny. I really do. Yeah, it's unlawful for us to have kids in our content, so you shouldn't be able to either. It's like, what? It just doesn't make any sense to me. People like sucking the joy out of just about everything. It seems like sometimes I refuse to let that beat me. I really do. Still got 9 and 8. All right. Probably got plenty of people that thumbs down the stream or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. This stream has already been more successful than I was really expecting. Channel will grow quickly. The main thing is keep it positive and creative. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. I try to keep it as creative as I can while still being real. if and when, I'm not even going to say if at this point, just because it is the real goal. When it becomes a full-time thing, that's when I can actually put a little bit more time into the creativity and the background and the staging of everything. Right now, just with a full-time job that I work extremely hard at and being a dad at the same time, it makes it hard for me to be able to put the time into setting things up. Right now, it's a little bit more than just this, but it's almost just setting up the camera quick and just documenting me working on something. So last week, I think the lighting, that was my first time working with softbox lighting and having the table kind of set up in a way where it's in front of the workstation and it had a little bit of a backdrop. I'm not going to say it was a built up backdrop by any means, because it wasn't, and it shows. But no, that was a lot of fun, and I think it paid off as far as the visuals on the time lapse section, and having my son there next to me, and then he had to go to the bathroom, which then the camera died and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, no, that was a lot of fun though, and I liked the result of that one. Honestly, this last week's video, so yesterday's video, was my favorite video I've ever put up. Just like when I was editing that one, I was smiling ear to ear just about the entire time. It was just a lot of fun, and just, yeah. And that's the first video I've posted that I've actually been able to watch multiple times, and just enjoy the crap out of it the entire time. Whether somebody else did or not, it doesn't matter to me. It was just a lot of fun for me. It was a lot of fun to make, a lot of fun to edit, and it's fun for me to watch at the end of the day. I'll support you always. Love me some Joel time. Thanks a lot, Dusty. Appreciate that. Oh, and Dusty, if you weren't here for this, Cantina Rebels ordered some Twisted Tea. So yeah, it's available to him in the UK. So he's on the Twisted Tea train. Hack Twisted Tea train. The triple T. I like that. The triple TT. I like it. Well, I got about 9 minutes left here. I'm just going to, if you guys don't mind, I'm just pretty much going to hang out with you guys, ask questions away like I have been doing this whole time, or at least the last, I would say, at least 15 minutes. Just ask away. Let's do some rapid fire Q&A here. Doesn't have to be Star Wars related. It can be just anything. Build, any ideas, any questions that you have about building, family, whatever it may be. Ask away. Do, 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 do. I don't want to get copyright struck again. Best female character in Star Wars. You're really gonna make me simp a little bit here. All right. Let's see. Leia was absolutely phenomenal. But then you've got you've got 8-year-old me just wanting to go Padme all day long. I'm just gonna say Padme. Yeah. Yeah. Padme, I mean, yeah, especially at the end of episode 2. I'm not trying to be disgusting, but just she was good looking. That's me trying not to be disgusting, and I think it worked. But yeah, my wife would agree with me on that too. So I know Anakin beat me to it. I'm still sore about it. Stop it, Paul. You just keep opening up old wounds for me. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, Jyn Erso was pretty good. I'm still going to say Padme, but Jyn Erso was a fantastic character. I thoroughly enjoyed Jyn Erso as a character, and female character at that. Lewis, you have a way of asking one of the hardest questions I ask myself on the regular basis. So Empire Strikes Back or Revenge of the Sith? And I just watched Empire Strikes Back the other day, and I thoroughly love that movie. But but pure nostalgia, I think, is going to win it over. Whenever I try making my list of what I like better, Empire Strikes Back and Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, are always neck and neck for me. So, but I'm going to have to say Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith is above, purely because I grew up with that one. That was actually the first Star Wars movie I was able to see in the theater, and my dad surprised me with that as well. So when that was 2005, right? Yeah, so I was 7. No, I was 8. Oh, nice. Just got here. Anime Clone Wars on top. TV bots, welcome to the stream. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button as well. You've been an awesome supporter of the channel. Thank you so much for being here. We're kind of just at the last 5 minutes of the stream, so I'm just here talking with everybody and answering Q&A questions. So feel free to just ask away with anything that you're wondering, whether it be related to the droid builds or not. I don't care. If it's too personal, I'll say it and we'll just move on. Not a big deal either way. But yeah, so as I was saying, Revenge of the Sith was the first one I got to see in theaters. My dad was debating whether or not he was going to let me watch it. I'd seen all of them up to that point, just not in the theater. But being the first PG-13, and my dad watched it, he's like, it's quite a bit darker than most of their Star Wars films. So he's like, I don't know if I should let you watch it yet or not. And we went to the cities, actually, I can't remember which mall it was. But I was like, oh man, they're playing Star Wars Episode 3 there. And Dad's like, yeah, I know. And then he just surprises me, and then we're going to the movie, and that's going to put Revenge of the Sith above Empire Strikes Back all day long for me. I think the more I think about that, but those two are my favorite ones, definitely. Okay, so we've got Cantina Rebels. If you could pick any blaster in universe, which or whose would it be? I'm sorry, I keep bringing this thing up, but this thing is just so cool. I'm gonna say the game version of it though. So the video game, Republic Commando. So this section here, in universe, detaches, and you can put a sniper attachment on it. You can put the anti-armor attachment on it, or you can have it just be the blaster attachment. And it's just so bulky and beefy. I love it. And it's from my all-time favorite game. I mean, God dang, it's just so cool. I love it. I really do need to finish this one, but yeah, super cool. Let's see, Telly tea or American tea? I'm a Yankee, man. What's Telly tea? I'm sorry. Answer me that one. What's Telly tea? Or is that Tetley? What's Tetley tea? Yeah, sorry. Cassian's in the second season of Andor. Yorkshire brand in the UK. I'm going to say American tea. Sorry. Like I said, I'm a Yankee. I'm going to say American all day long. We're just better. Oh, man. Let's see. What Star Wars games would you recommend to play now? I've finished Lego Clone Wars 1 and did a bit of Lego Skywalker Saga. For some reason, the Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga fell a little bit flat for me. And it might just be because I'm as old as I am and I grew up with Lego Star Wars 1, 2, and Clone Wars. I think Clone Wars was the last good Lego Star Wars game, in my opinion. I like the Mumble. I know they brought Mumble mode back for the Skywalker Saga, but it still fell flat on the slapstick humor part of it. It's still, because all it did was make it mumble. That's all it was. Everything else was pretty much the same. So it didn't rely on that being a thing to be able to tell the humor. As far as a video game, Star Wars wise, that I recommend playing now, if you haven't already started playing Battlefront 2, which I know most people have, I do thoroughly enjoy Battlefront 2. They fleshed that out from the launch to be a really, really solid game. Otherwise, I really like classic Star Wars games as well. So the obvious ones like Battlefront and Battlefront 2. I'm one of the very few people that actually prefer the first Battlefront game over Battlefront 2, and I'm talking the original ones. But otherwise, Republic Commando, if you have not played that campaign, I've said it a lot on this stream already. I don't know how this keeps coming up, but Republic Commando is my all-time favorite game from then until now even. I think it's aged really well. It definitely shows its age a little bit, don't get me wrong, but it's still aged really well, and the campaign is a lot of fun. So highly, highly, highly recommend Republic Commando as a game that you should play if you haven't already. Let's see here. What collectible do I have that I would never sell? I'm not sure if the video got deleted on here or not. Just because I went through and I tried cleaning up my content a little bit once I found more of the identity that I want on YouTube. But I actually got there's a Hot Toys. So I'm a big Hot Toys guy. I just don't have the money for them a whole lot anymore. But there's the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, which, like it or love it, the figure is awesome. But the slashed helmet Darth Vader is my Hot Toys figure that I have. It's a deluxe version of it, and it's actually signed by Hayden Christensen now. I got to meet him this last year at Twin Cities Con, and just absolutely love that figure. When he got it, he said he had never seen one yet, never signed it. And everybody in the line was asking me where I got it and what it was. And just it was between that or a poster. And I wanted to be a little bit different than everybody else. I feel like everybody and anybody gets a poster signed. And I'm like, this is like the crown jewel of my collection. I'm going to have him sign this. It was not cheap to have him sign it, but it was so worth it. And my wife even tells me, because I'm in the boat a lot of times where when we get into a financial pinch with something, I'm like, okay, I'll sell pretty much all my collectibles. They're not doing us any good other than that. So let's sell them and get the money that we need. That's one of them where she has even told me, she's like, if we ever get into that type of situation, you are not allowed to sell that one. And she hates it when I sell my collectibles anyway, because she knows how much I love them. And she's very supportive. But she's not going to let me sell that one, nor would I want to sell that one. Yeah, Cantina Rebels, you already know that. Halo or Call of Duty. I'll get to the R2 or R5 one here in just a little bit, and the Jawa or Ewok one. But Halo all day long. Both of them have done no favors to their franchise in the last however long. They've both kind of fallen off a cliff, but not as much as Call of Duty has. Call of Duty got way too greedy. They come out with a new game every year. It's not fleshed out. It's not polished. Nothing. They need, not that Halo was for Halo Infinite by any means. Halo 5, the gameplay, like online, was really good. The storyline sucked, mainly because of how they marketed it. I'll call that out all day long. If you disagree with me, you're wrong. Sorry. But yeah, I love Halo big time, a lot more than Call of Duty. R2 or R5, I'm gonna say R2. Just classic. I like the different variants, and you've got R2D2 that just makes it way better. Jawas or Ewoks? That is a hard one. I'm gonna say Ewoks. Mainly because you don't have a game mode that's called Jawa Hunt, and that would be kind of lame. Ewok Hunt, that game mode puts Ewoks above Jawas. Sorry. Let's see here. I'm gonna try Republic Commando. Highly recommend. Halo is still my jam. I like Infinite's gameplay a lot. Unpopular opinion. I have not actually given Infinite much of a chance since launch, and I know I just talked about Battlefront 2 and like giving that a chance after launch, after it's been polished. I will have to go back to it and see how it is now after the updates and the fixes and patches and stuff. It just unfortunately wasn't polished enough when it came out, and that can be a lot of good games downfall. Even after they fix it and everything, it's just too late a lot of times, and I'm guilty of that with Halo Infinite. I'm not gonna lie. Dusty Curtis, Battlefield. Not gonna lie, Battlefield 6 is the first game in a long time that I feel actually compelled, like I want to get that when I can. We'll see when I get it, but I actually do want to get that one. If I decide to give it a try, hit me up. What do you play it on Xbox or PC? Tenacious. Dude, you're playing Halo Infinite right now? Legendary campaign? Oh, it is crossplay. Okay. Yeah, no, my gamer tag on like Xbox is ACG Mellow. So go ahead and hit me up on there too. If you send me a chat and everything, let me know that it's you, and I'll be sure to accept. I'm pretty stingy about who I accept on that, but yeah, especially like Tenacious Tiger and I mean Paul, even in that case. I mean, I'm a little bit skeptical of Paul, but we'll see. But, all right, one more question, one more good question. Oh, it's the same name. Okay, perfect. Poor Paul. Oh man, one more good question, and then I do have to hop off because I got to get ready for an event this weekend for my full-time job. But justice for Paul. Thank you, Lewis. I really appreciate that. Thank you for joining. It will be next Saturday at 2:00 as well. So no, really appreciate it. What am I hoping for in the new phase of the franchise? Oh man, here too, I'm looking for getting away from the Skywalker lineage. Yeah, I think I'm looking for something that is creative but doesn't ruin what's already been in place. I do want creativity. You know, I want something that I'm not going to say something that we haven't seen before, because if you're in a franchise that is beloved and is seen by fans, you want it to have that same soul, right? But you also want creativity on top of that. You want to try new things on top of it. And I just want to see something that's different, but doesn't get away from the soul of what they're trying to do. Yeah, we'll see. Rumor is that the boy in the new movie is Luke's son. Oh, and Dusty, yes, I do have it. I don't have Game Pass right now, though. That's one problem. Rumor, God dang, I don't know what I think of that. I'd be okay with it as long as they brought back the Legends material on that. I don't think they really could anymore, though. Possibly. I don't know. Given what they've built right now, because I'm, as much as I don't like the sequels, I also don't necessarily agree with going back and retconning stuff either. It's like what's done is done. But yeah, rebellions are built on creativity. You are right. I know I said one more question, but I'll keep answering a couple of these. I want authentic, true to content, Old Republic movies. I can totally agree with that. It doesn't ruin the Skywalker saga, whatever they do with that. It just makes it fun, and they can really do what they want while having good source material. Mara Jade pretty much confirmed to be in it too. I didn't know that. Old Republic movie would be great. That is true. But no. Otherwise, Rebels, I really hate to drop it off here. I've enjoyed myself so much. I really appreciate all the support and whole 9 yards from you guys. It means so much to me. I wish we could have gotten up to 10 likes on this. That would have been awesome. So if you haven't liked it yet, be sure to hit that thumbs up. I'm guessing everybody in here has. But would it be a mohawk? Oh, Paul. On that note, I'm not even going to justify that question with a response. Oh, man. To each and every one of you out there, no, Yoda would not have a mohawk. All right. I said I wouldn't answer it, but there I did. Keep dreaming, keep building. And until next week, Rebels, please always remember, rebellions are built on creativity. And I will see, hopefully, each and every one of you next week right here on this screen. Thanks a lot, guys. You have a good one.